I've spent the last month testing dozens of budget keyboards under $60, and let me tell you, some of these absolutely blew my mind, while others, well, let's just say they went straight back to Amazon. Today, I'm breaking down the top 5 keyboards that actually deliver premium features without the premium price tag. Whether you're a gamer on a budget, a student looking for something reliable, or just tired of that mushy office keyboard, I've got you covered. I've dropped updated links with the best pricing for all of these keyboards in the description below, so make sure to check those out. Alright, coming in at number 5, we've got the HyperX Alloy Core RGB gaming keyboard. And honestly, if you're looking for the best RGB experience on a budget, this is your guy right here. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another RGB keyboard? But hear me out. This thing is absolutely gorgeous when you fire it up. We're talking about vibrant, customizable RGB lighting that doesn't look cheap or washed out like some of the other budget options out there. The build quality on this keyboard is surprisingly solid for something that typically runs around $40 to $50. HyperX really didn't cut corners here. You've got a nice sturdy frame that doesn't flex when you're typing, and the keys have this satisfying tactile feel that's way better than your standard membrane keyboard. The RGB zones are well defined, and you can actually customize them through HyperX's software, which is pretty intuitive to use. Gaming performance is smooth too. No input lag, good anti-ghosting, and it handles those intense gaming sessions without breaking a sweat. But here's the thing, and this is why it's at number 5. It's still a membrane keyboard at the end of the day. So while it feels good and looks amazing, you're not getting that crisp mechanical switch experience that a lot of people are after. Also, it's wired only, so if you're trying to clean up your desk setup or need something portable, this might not be your first choice. That said, for around $45, you're getting premium RGB lighting and solid gaming performance that punches way above its weight class. Moving up to number 4, we have the RK Royal Kludge RK61. And this little beast is hands down the best mechanical keyboard you can get on a budget. I'm talking about a 60% compact layout with genuine mechanical switches for usually around $50 to $60, which is honestly kind of crazy when you think about what mechanical keyboards used to cost. This thing has been flying off the shelves, and after using it for a few weeks, I totally get why. First off, the typing experience is just phenomenal. You've got your choice of different switch types, usually blue, brown, or red switches, and they all feel crisp and responsive. The blue switches are clicky and tactile, perfect if you want that satisfying feedback, while the browns give you that tactile bump without the noise, and the reds are smooth and linear for gaming. The build quality is impressive too. We're talking about a solid plastic construction that doesn't feel flimsy, and the keycaps have a nice texture that doesn't show fingerprints. Plus, it's got RGB backlighting that's actually pretty vibrant, and you can cycle through different effects right on the keyboard. Now, the wireless connectivity is where this keyboard really shines. You can connect via Bluetooth or the included USB-C cable, and the battery life is surprisingly good. I'm talking about weeks of use on a single charge with moderate RGB usage. The 60% layout means it's super compact and portable, perfect for travel or smaller desks. The only downside? Well, you're losing your function keys and number pads, so if you do a lot of spreadsheet work or need those F keys regularly, you might find yourself missing them. But for most people, especially gamers and casual users, this layout is actually really efficient once you get used to it. At number 3, we've got the HP 230 wireless keyboard, and this is what I'd call the ultimate no-nonsense wireless option. Now, I know HP isn't the first brand that comes to mind when you think about keyboards, but they've actually created something pretty special here for around $25 to $30. This keyboard is all about simplicity and reliability. No RGB lighting, no mechanical switches, no fancy gaming features. Just a solid, dependable wireless keyboard that gets the job done day after day. The design is clean and minimalist, with a low-profile layout that feels comfortable for extended typing sessions. The keys have a nice, quiet feel that won't annoy your coworkers if you're using this in an office environment, and the key travel is just right. Not too shallow, not too deep. What really impressed me is the wireless connection. It uses a tiny USB receiver that you can just plug in and forget about. And I haven't experienced any dropouts or lag issues even when using it from across the room. The battery life is absolutely incredible too. We're talking about months of use on a single set of AAA batteries, and it even has an auto-sleep function to conserve power. Setup is incredibly straightforward. Literally plug in the receiver and start typing. No drivers to install, no software to configure. It just works right out of the box with Windows, Mac, and even Chromebooks. The full-size layout means you get your number pad and all your function keys, which is great for productivity work. Sure, it might not turn heads or light up your desk, but sometimes you just want a keyboard that works perfectly every single time without any fuss. For the price point, the HP 230 delivers exactly that. Reliable, comfortable, wireless typing without breaking the bank or your patience trying to set it up. Coming in strong at number 2 is the Redragon K509. And let me tell you, this is hands down the best full-sized gaming keyboard you can get for around $30. Redragon has been making waves in the budget gaming peripheral space, and the K509 is probably their biggest hit. This keyboard brings serious gaming performance to the table without asking you to empty your wallet. And honestly, it competes with keyboards that cost twice as much. The build quality on this thing is genuinely impressive. We're talking about a solid construction with a metal top plate that gives it some real heft and durability. The keys use Redragon's own membrane switches, but they've engineered them to feel way more responsive than your typical office keyboard. Gaming performance is where this really shines. You get full anti-ghosting across all keys, which means you can mash buttons like crazy without missing inputs, and there's zero noticeable input lag. The RGB backlighting is vibrant and customizable through Redragon software, letting you set up different lighting zones and effects that actually look pretty premium. What sets the K509 apart from other budget gaming keyboards is the attention to detail. You get dedicated media keys, a volume roller, and even a wrist rest included in the box. The keycaps are double-shot injected, which means the letters won't wear off over time like they do on cheaper keyboards. The full-size layout gives you everything: number pad, function keys, arrow keys, perfect for both gaming and productivity. The only reason it's not number 1 is that it's wired only, and some people might prefer the flexibility of wireless. But if you're looking for the most bang for your buck in a full-sized gaming keyboard, the K509 delivers performance that'll make you forget you paid budget prices. And taking the top spot at number 1, we have the Logitech Pebble Keys 2 K380s. And honestly, this keyboard is just in a league of its own when it comes to overall value and versatility. Priced around $40 to $50, this isn't just a great budget keyboard. It's a great keyboard, period. Logitech has taken everything people loved about the original K380 and made it even better. And the result is something that works beautifully for literally everyone. Whether you're a student, professional, casual user, or even light gamer, the design is absolutely gorgeous. We're talking about a compact, minimalist aesthetic with perfectly round keys that somehow manage to be both stylish and incredibly functional. But here's where it gets really impressive. This keyboard can connect to up to 3 devices simultaneously via Bluetooth. I'm talking about seamlessly switching between your laptop, tablet, and phone with dedicated switching keys. The typing experience is surprisingly satisfying for a membrane keyboard. The keys have this soft, quiet feel that's perfect for shared spaces. And the compact layout actually makes typing feel more efficient once you get used to it. Battery life is phenomenal too. Logitech claims up to 3 years on the included 8AA batteries. And honestly, based on my usage, that seems totally realistic. What really makes this the best overall budget keyboard is its incredible versatility and reliability. It works flawlessly with Windows, Mac, Android, iOS, Chrome OS, basically anything with Bluetooth. The multi-device switching is genuinely useful, not just a gimmick, and the build quality feels premium despite the budget price. Setup is effortless. The connection is rock-solid stable, and it's portable enough to throw in a bag for travel. Sure, it might not have RGB lighting or mechanical switches, but it does everything else so exceptionally well that those omissions don't matter. For most people looking for their next keyboard, the Pebble Keys 2 delivers the perfect combination of functionality, reliability, and value that's really hard to beat at any price point.